Trout! Possibly the most fished for fish on the planet. I feel like everyone and their mother's catching rainbows, and I'm not talking gay, but cutthroats, rainbows, browns, trout. That is what we're after. Now, I won't lie, I have caught a trout before in a trout farm, but today we're after the wild thing. So we're back at Standing Bear Lake, and we have two different baits that we're using. The first is worms, and then the second is some manufactured trout bait. We'll chuck them both in the water, and hopefully we can bring home the bacon. Or I guess the fish, if you want to get specific. But it is a cool crisp 45 degrees, which normally for fishing, not ideal. I mean, that would make it a little slow, but I'm pretty sure trout like the cooler water, so I'm hoping this will actually play into our advantage. But these are the setups that we have brewing. First off, I watched a decent amount of videos kind of in preparation for this fishing, and a lot of people say to not use a weight on the line. It is quite windy today though, so I may chuck a weight on eventually, but basically, we just have this hook, which I bought at the store, and it literally says 4 trout on it, so I was like, that's the one for me. Okay, yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot of recasting. I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes, and then if it's really a pain in the butt, we're gonna switch to a new spot. But I'm really hoping the like neon Play-Doh bait starts to work, because we know there's a lot of like panfish in this lake, so I don't know if they're gonna target the Play-Doh. We'll kind of play it by ear and see, but I know they're gonna definitely go after the worm. So push come to shove, we're gonna catch something, but the question is, will it be the trout? Now, another thing I'd like to say is on the package here, it says floating/floatant. Straight up sinking over there. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so it's been about an hour. The good news, the store-bought like Play-Doh bait stays on the hook extremely well. That's the same bait this entire time. The bad news, not a single bite. So we're picking up and we're moving. But without further ado, the official start time for this location is 10:35. And I'll be out here all day. So hopefully we can make something happen and it's not just like a really long day. We may have ourselves a bit of a predicament. I was looking online, and Fishbrain, the app that I was using a lot to like see which fish are in each lake, says there are trout in this lake. But when I look up online, it says like they don't stock trout in this lake anymore. It's like a really old thing that they used to do. So maybe it just didn't, I don't really know. There might not be any trout in this lake. So we might just be like fishing for nothing. Okay, so it's time for a bit of a road trip. I just get the feeling that we were fishing for something that just doesn't exist in that lake anymore. So we're off to a lake that I know has them. Boom, validation. So we know for sure they're in there. Now it's just my job to bring them out of there. I watched some videos about power bait and like the best ways to use them, and I kind of learned a little trick here. Well, I just put a bunch of dirt in there, but basically you want to take like a spoonful of sorts, and then you just kind of want to go like this. You want to make it into a ball still. Now I guess you can buy, okay, well, normally you wouldn't put a bunch of dirt around it. So it'd be like real nice and sparkly, but that's like how you would do it and kind of make it into like this little ball or egg shape. And then it kind of goes on the hook a little better. But that was a bad tutorial because that's like, I don't know if that's gonna work. But that's just how you do it. What the hell? Dude, that plane is so low to the ground. Look at that thing, is like literally on top of me, man. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think there's supposed to be like a margin, like you're supposed to be a certain amount of feet off the ground, are you not? That was nuts. Okay, well, that was pretty exciting. More exciting than this? Nothing's happening out there. Action, action. That's the bobber. That's the worm bobber, but ooh, okay. No. Okay, okay. I need to get in an athletic stance. Well, it's not the species we're after, but we're on, folks. There's a little one. If you're blind, maybe you think that's a trout, but I'm pretty sure it's a sunfish. But, oh shoot, we're not skunked. Let's go. It's better than nothing. Ding. See you later, buddy. Well, here we go. Come on, trout. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. I think the fresh worm was the ticket. So we're rewarming up and seeing if we can make something happen. We'll see what happens. Now, this power bait, I don't know if it goes bad, but I mean, it's still on the hook, but we're gonna replenish, because, oh, it's definitely still got an odor. Never mind. We're still gonna put a new one on, but I don't think it goes bad. But yeah, it's like still completely in a ball and everything. It stays on extremely well, but it doesn't catch any fish. So they're dancing. They're Macarena-ing. Is it on though? Like it's not able to go into the water. I feel like I can probably see what's on before I even reel it up. Okay, well I can see the color and the fish is definitely on. So let's see what we got. I think it is time to bring me my money. Look at how tiny these things are though. All these sunfish are literally like, I don't even know if this is a sunfish. I mean, I think it is a sunfish, but I don't know if that is a bluegill. Okay, I'm gonna get my phone now and see if I can kind of identify the species. Load, man, he can't breathe, oh my gosh. Cause it's got a little like purple on the top there and like, it's a super cool looking fish, but I don't know if I've ever even caught this type of fish before. Well, it's a bluegill. I've caught a lot of these fish before. Man, that's a cool looking fish, but okay, let's get him back in the water. Hey, see you later, buddy. Look at him swim away. See you later. Let's go. And the power bait just kind of sitting there, not doing a whole lot. Now, on our trout journey, we're coming up a little short, but I just don't know what the deal is. Like, obviously, with the sign being there, there's trout in the lake, or at least at one point there were. I don't know how aggressively people fish for these things, because obviously there's not a lot of lakes in the Omaha, Nebraska area which have trout, and I know like trout are a quite sought after species. Hey buddy, what's going on in here? What kind of fish are you feasting on nowadays? I need to know. But yeah, I just don't know. I know there's another river, it's called Trout Lake. Could have possibly started my journey there. Might have been a good idea, but it's like 30 minutes away from my house. So these two spots have been a little closer, but I don't know if they really hold trout. We'll see. I mean, this one I think does. But you have to have faith. Which I do, but it's kind of going downhill a bit. Okay, now I'm not giving up, but we are switching tactics because obviously the power bait's not working. So this is the smallest like swim lure that I have. I may chug this on, or I have a spoon. I think I'm kind of leaning towards the spoon, even though it's a little bit bigger. It's a lot bigger actually, especially the hook. So I actually might start with this one. But trout are predators. I know they like flies and stuff like that, but I don't know if they go for little fish. I'd assume so. So we're gonna give this a shot, just chuck it around. I really don't know if this even is the right lure for trout, but we're grasping for straws here. So we gotta try something. But this is kind of my game plan. The lake kind of pinch points right here from like this side. If fish are swimming through to get to this other side, they have to go through this narrow channel. So I'm gonna kind of cast through here. So anything swimming by will have to see this thing, and hopefully it's just too irresistible. But I think a little switch up is good for the mental health. Because just sitting and waiting for a trout to bite the power bait, when I don't think they're gonna go for the power bait, would have been a long day. It would have been a long day. Well, first catch of the day. Okay. I think I got a bite. Oh my gosh, I did get a bite. I did get a bite. I did get a bite. Oh my god, it's a trout. It's a trout. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. We switched to the lure and it worked. That is a trout. It's a trout. That is a rainbow trout. We freaking did it, man. Okay, I gotta get the hook out. I gotta get the hook out. All right. All right. Ah, frick, I need pliers. Ah, I'm hooking myself, man. Ow, let's go. There we go, we got it. All right, let's freaking go. We did it. Oh my gosh, we got the lure, man. The lure, it actually worked. Let's go. We got the trout. That's a rainbow trout right there. That's the first ever like wild rainbow trout, if you want to call it that. Not at like a hatchery or a fishery. Let's freaking go. Now that hooking on process was a little intense, so we're gonna get it back in kind of quick here. All right, get back in there, buddy. Okay, dude, that's a freaking rainbow trout. We did it, we freaking did it. You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Go that way, buddy. Dude, that is a sweet looking fish. Holy crap. All right, I wanna make sure he gets out okay. Look at that thing. That thing is sweet looking. See you later, buddy. We freaking did it. Let's go. With the lure too. I did not have the highest hopes because I've never heard of somebody catching a trout with a lure, but we freaking did it, baby. Let's go. All right, screw the freaking bobber and the worm. I mean, I'll catch sunfish here and again when let's go, man. Let's go. All right. I'm so freaking happy. I guess in the meantime, we should probably check the sunfish rod because I kind of did not pay any attention to it. Where even is the bobber? Oh, well, what do you know? There's a fish. I mean, dude, the sunfish, it's just nuts. I think I might actually kind of retire this rod for a little bit just because I kind of want to, it's another green sunfish, but just because I kind of want to catch another trout, I want to solely do that. And the worm and the power bait, I mean, I gave them a good shot and they didn't seem to yield really that many results. The lure I just started and I already got one, so if I had 4 arms, we'd be doing 2 lures, but another little green sunfish, hold it by the mouth. Now, another thing I'll say, the trout didn't have these spines that these panfish have, like the bluegill and the sunfish. It was like just smooth all around. So it was like a lot easier to kind of handle. But let's frickin' go. There's another fish, baby. Now, I don't think, I'll kind of let him go real quick. I don't want to just keep him here for no reason. But I'd wonder if trout, like if I put him on a hook, would a trout go for that?
Catch for a man today?
Depends what you're after. If you want, only one trout, but there's some panfish.
Yeah.
That's it. Not a whole lot besides that. Dang, you're lighting them up. Folks, we might be on the power bait. There's a local legend around talking about trout, and he knows what he's doing. Let's freaking go. There's another one. Oh, shoot. Let's go. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I kind of want to try one, so I think we're gonna actually keep this one. But he is also gut hooked, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. There's another rainbow though. I listened to the local legend. He basically, it's this hook or this weight, and then the hook, and with a little power bait right off the ground. You don't want him floating, which, why is it a float? Who knows? But it works. Oh shoot, it definitely works. But man, these fish, they're actually kind of big. Like I was expecting more like panfish size, not like units. He's already unhooked though. Now that I know the technique though from the local legend, I might let him go and then try and catch another one and see, because I actually was able to unhook him. Okay, we're actually gonna let him go and then maybe another one. I hopefully, you know what, just good vibes in the air. All right, see you later, buddy. All right, but we know the technique, but I'm not wasting any more time because now that I know a technique, it's also like the hot fishing hour. It's like almost dusk, so we're just gonna get another one right back out there, and then hopefully we can catch a dinner. Because now that the power bait's, okay, so the power bait does actually work as long as you actually know the technique, which I guess I did not. Because yeah, this guy across the bank here is absolutely annihilating him, like double digits, and he's been here not even an hour. So everyone and their mom is over there talking to him, trying to figure out what to do. It did not take long, folks. We are on again. See how the line's like, oh shoot, it got slack again. But you see how it's tightening up? See that? Bing! I think we got him. And that's what we're after. Oh wait. That's a little channel catfish. So this is not the species that we're after. But I'll take it either way. Holy crap. The power bait's after multiple species, I guess. This is the tiniest channel catfish, I think. I don't know, I caught some tiny ones at Bennington Lake, but this is up there. But I was literally just mid switching both rods over to the technique that works. And obviously it's effective. It almost, I won't lie, the channel catfish, it kind of looks like the trout. It's got the spots. I mean, this size one, like they get way bigger, but okay. Let's get this one back in the water. Oh shit, no. Please be okay, buddy. You're going the wrong way. You're swimming the wrong way. Where are you going? Oh, shoot. See you later. But okay, we got both rods out with the exact same power bait setup because the master knows what he's doing. Like I already caught 2 fish off of that. Now granted, it's a little later in the day, so it's better fishing time, but I'm not questioning it. It's kind of crazy. He just like knew exactly what to do. He literally popped in an hour, caught like a ton of fish and then just left. But we got both rods out. We'll see if we can make something happen. The next trout I catch, I'm keeping it, and we're gonna do a little taste test tonight. That's how confident I am in this method now. We're catching another. But yeah, that's also the pro and con of this lake being so tiny. There's a ton of people. Like you could probably run around this thing in 5 minutes max. Probably at least 20 people fishing around this thing, but you get to speak with local legends that know actually what they're doing. So it's kind of like, I think this time it was a pro because I was not catching anything until I asked him. But in the meantime, while I'm just waiting on my rods to just ignite, I'm gonna watch a video on the most humane way to kill a trout because I'm hoping it's not the same way as a catfish because there's no rocks around here, so I don't know what to do about that.
Take your lamb glass bonker.
God damn it.
Bonk with confidence. Get Just be able to give him one little hit there.
Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. Maybe trout are kind of weak boys. Now, another thing I have seen people do, which I just don't know if I was the muscle man enough to do it, is just actually beat the shit out of a fish where they punch it and don't use a rock or anything. So we'll see what happens. I may do that because I want to try a trout because a lot of people eat them. Like that's like, I feel like one of the top fish people eat. But I'd have no rocks to bash it. So we're gonna have to whip out the guns or see what happens. Well, that might be the biggest one so far. That's an absolute unit. Well, we got dinner, folks. Look at the size of that thing. The fish in hand, and then just, oh man. Okay, I think that was it actually. Okay, that was not that bad. Yeah, with the trout, that was like quick, easy, painless. I feel like that was the most humane way to kill him. A catfish, I just feel so bad. You just have to bash and bash and bash. But okay, let's fillet him up.
You're gonna reach in here and you're gonna cut the throat and actually remove those guts, just like so.
Okay, well, that's some catfish bait if I want to go catfishing. Okay, I'm not even joking. This one's not even in the baggie yet. This line is tight. It is very tight. I think we might actually be on again. I mean, I was sitting there filleting for like a solid 15 minutes, so there's a chance. And the chance is 100% because the line is now all the way over there and I casted it straight. Holy crap. We're knocking them down now. This one's way smaller though. I'm happy I kept the first one. And I'm not doing like a full meal. We just need a few of these. Or just like the one to try out, but I want to keep catching them. Let's go. That guy's technique, man, it works, I'll tell you. Okay. Well, let me just unhook this guy and get him back in the water. Look at the size difference though. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. This one's just a lot fatter, had a lot more to it. But okay, let's get him back in the water. There was some blood that got squirted out. Get out of here, buddy. See you later. All right, 2 new rods need to be baited up and get back in the water. But we found the technique. If you're gonna go trout fishing, do this, because it works. Boom. Another one bites the dust. There's another. Let's freaking go. We are racking them up, man. Absolutely just pounding them down. Now I will say they have like rows of teeth. It's super hard to get the hook out without pliers, but case in point, I'm a genius. Let's go. This is a smaller one compared to some of those bigger ones that we've been catching. Oh my gosh. Ah. But it is a catch nonetheless. Holy crap, they're super pretty fish. And they got like the pink and the shimmer in the sun. All right, let's get them back in the water. Now it's getting pretty cold. It's getting pretty late. It's almost sunset. Ugh. So you may be the last of the night, we don't know. See you later, buddy. I'm the talk of the town. I'm the only one that's caught a fish in probably the last 30 minutes, so everyone's looking at me for techniques. I'm just kind of that guy. Dude, they fly so close. Oh, the night's not over, folks. Set the hook. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. The night is not over, folks, not even close, because we got another. Once you know the technique, man, they're not that hard to catch. I will say they don't hit the hook very hard. Like they just kind of like slowly drift off with it and the line tightens up. It's not like a catfish where it's like boom, but I need the pliers. Cause yeah, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it on the camera, but oh my gosh, he's bleeding kind of bad. Damn, okay, fuck. Let's get the hook out, dude. Come on, come on, come on. Damn, he's really bleeding, fuck. Ah, crap. No, no, no. Oh man, all right. Like, okay, he's like, I think I might need to put this one down. I did not want to take 2 fish home, but I just don't know if I feel okay releasing him. But okay, I'm just gonna do, I mean, he's just bleeding too bad. I feel bad releasing him, so we're just gonna, okay. But okay, I'll just kind of rinse him off, and I guess now we got food for the whole family. But there we go. 2 fish all ready for dinner. Oh my gosh, the other rod's going off. Oh, geez Louise, this is a big one. Oh my gosh. All right, this may be the biggest of the night. Jeez Louise, holy crap. Look at the size of that one. That's like bigger than that's longer than my forearm. I'm not keeping him, but I think I might like measure him to see how long he is, because I think that might be the biggest of the day. I mean, that's like the mother. Look at him. Man, there are so many people watching me. Just over 1 foot. I don't know if you can see that. Just over a foot. Like, we're barely breaching a foot. But still, an absolutely lengthy individual. This was just so chunky. Like, it's got a lot of meat on it. But okay, let's get back in there. See you later, buddy.
So it's all about technique, huh? It's basically dark, but I had to call it because my hands and foot are freezing. But this place, okay, it was just so busy, and I get kind of nervous recording around people, so I'm not sure how well it translated over to the camera, but that was sick. That was sweet. We literally just needed the right technique, and then we were catching them left, right, and center. It was like hot lava, baby. But okay, we have about a 30-minute drive home, and then it's time to cook up a feast.
Okay, the cooking of trout. I guess you do this very differently than most fish. You cook trout whole, which I've never done before with any of my fish. But you literally just put a little butter on the inside, I guess. I was watching some videos. You put a little butter on the inside, then some oil in a pan, and season both sides of the fish. And then you just cook it as a whole. So we're gonna try this out. This is gonna be a whole new experience for me, cooking a fish this way, like just whole. But I'm interested to see like how it kind of develops, like if it just, because supposedly it's just supposed to fall right off the bone and then you don't have to pick out any bones or anything. Now another thing is the fish has scales, but you don't eat the skin. I guess you just you'll peel that back and then you'll pick out the actual skin. Okay, both of them are curling, so they're definitely getting cooked. On every single video I watch though, the meat, when they like pull the skin back, it is a nice white meat, so that's kind of what we're looking for. Whoa, that is so weird. Their eyes are like just cloudy white. Like, this is so weird. Not only are their eyes like a cloudy and white, but they're also bulging out of their head. Like, what the heck? That's weird. I've never seen that before. Then again, I've never cooked the head of a fish, so maybe that is actually normal. This trout is like this, it's the color of salmon. I think it's done, but every single video, the trout was like a nice white meat. This looks like salmon. Maybe they were cooking a different kind of trout. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like the color of salmon. I'll show you a close-up. Look at that. It's not really like a white meat. It's like a very pink meat. So I'm not sure if the rainbow trout are like that, and then the trout in the video were like a different kind of trout. It looks freaking good, I won't lie, but I just don't know if it's cooked. Okay, this one's head literally fell off. We're gonna call it on both of these. All right, look at that. Now it's like a very pink meat. Now, okay, this is gonna be the real test actually. They said if you take a fork and you can just pull it off the bone, that's how you know it's cooked. Okay, we are looking good. Yeah, you can literally just fork it right off the bone. All right, so it's cooked. I don't know why it's so pink. All the videos, it was like a nice, real nice white meat. There is a fishiness to it. There is a slight fishiness, but it's not overwhelming. Sorry about that. Tastes nothing like salmon. But would I eat it again? Yes. I'd say out of 10, it's no mahi-mahi, let me tell you. But I would say maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It's very good. It's also pretty cool. I like it how you can literally just fork all the meat right off the bone. Like, you don't have to worry about the bones at all, so that's super nice. But 7.5 to 8. Hold on now. So the belly meat, it's very, very far away from salmon, I feel. But this back, like, if you want to call it like a back strap, like on a deer, this back meat, very, very similar to salmon. Now, I learned from the expert at the lake that I guess these fish were stocked on not even a week ago. So I almost wonder if the color has something to do with what they were feeding them before they got stocked. I feel like that's a possibility. I don't know, it's just very, very pink, and none of the videos showed it like this. But it's good. It's real good. It's definitely a fish that, like, in the store, I would actually go and purchase. That's how good it is. It's not one that I would just, like, settle for if I was out camping or something. This is something that I would go out of my way to eat again. But boom, let's go. Overall, we got another fish checked off the list. And a nice meal. So I'll take it.